I know what happened.
I mean, when she got killed. How do you think that happened?
I think, well, I asked my dad, where did they find her body? And my dad said I found it down in the basement. And so I think that someone took her very quietly and tiptoed down the basement. And then maybe took a knife out, or something like that.
You think that's how she died?
Or maybe a hammer in the head.
Unsolved. Episode 139, Jonbenet case. Somebody very quietly. Burke, Ramsey timeline. Burke got out the bowl of pineapple and the glass of tea. Burke hit Jonbenet on the head with a hammer. John discovered Jonbenet unconscious on the floor. John put Burke to bed and then awoke Patsy. Patsy and John wrote the phony ransom note. Burke heard Patsy going psycho before the 911 call. Burke is present during the 911 telephone call. Burke's fingerprints were found on the glass right there. And this shows all kinds of signs that a kid got these items out. There's this large spoon inside the bowl there. It's a serving spoon. And then the glass with the tea bag in it. It just looks like a kid got these items out. So say Burke is enjoying his tea and he's going to eat his pineapple, and Jonbenet wakes up and comes downstairs and starts eating some of his pineapple, and he gets angry and he keeps things silently inside, and he picks up a hammer and hits Jonbenet in the head and knocks her out. And that hammer maybe is never found because of the cover-up. And say John Ramsey discovers Jonbenet lying unconscious on the floor sometime later. And he goes and talks to Burke and finds out that Burke hit Jonbenet in the head with the hammer. This would explain why no one called 911 when this occurred. And then John Ramsey started doing things to cover up the crime. So he put Burke to bed. He might have done some things. And then he went and awoke Patsy. Patsy comes downstairs and John shows her where Jonbenet is. And Patsy screams. And this is where the neighbor heard the loud scream. And then John explains what happened to Jonbenet. And then there's a long period of crying and frustration and not knowing what to do. Until Patsy and John decide to cover for Burke, and so they create the phony ransom note and stage the crime to make it look like some kind of murder. In the morning, Burke wakes up to the sounds of Patsy getting ready to make the 911 call.
Mom and Dad talking?
I just heard Mom like going psycho.
Going psycho?
Yeah, or like, yeah.
Did you go down and see what was going on?
Just stay in bed.
So what went through your mind then?
Then I thought maybe Jonbenet is missing, but that's not that likely. So, yeah. I mean, what are the chances of that happening?
Is there anything about that night, if you can remember hearing anything during the night?
I don't remember hearing anything because I was sleeping. You know.
Did you
Because
sleep?
I always sleep real deeply and I can never hear anything.
Burke went downstairs when Patsy called 911. What was reported to have been heard when the tape was initially enhanced in 1997 was, female voice, help me, Jesus, help me, Jesus. Male voice, we're not speaking to you. Child's voice, what did you find? Well, this concludes this episode of Unsolved. And on tomorrow night, we go back to the Zodiac Killer case. And we're still looking at Arthur Lee Allen. And we're investigating the Riverside murder. And we're moving on from there. So I'll see you the next time.